Welcome. Your weather impact alert update. I'm meteorologist Mike Prangley. The newest information out. Okay, this has been a big day for the tropics. We, of course, this morning had a tropical depression. It is now Tropical Storm Barry, and that officially was named about 8 a.m. and it had winds of 40. The updated with the hurricane hunters have updated the latest sustained winds now, a little stronger at 45 miles per hour. As long as it stays over this very warm waters in the Bay of Campeche, could even go a little higher, but at this point still likely to stay a tropical storm before landfall because it's running out of real estate. Notice it's making a move toward the coast right now, moving out toward the northwest at 12 miles per hour and actually picking up a little speed. So I think by later this evening we will have a landfall. Once we see that, we'll start to see the weakening, but before then maybe 10 inches plus of rain, looking for flash flooding and landslides or mudslides out there in Mexico. So we'll continue to check on our friends there. You can see those tropical storm warnings still in effect for the coastal areas of Mexico. And as we look closer to home, okay, here's Tampa, Miami, the Florida Peninsula. We've got something we're watching. That's right. We've got a shaded area from Jacksonville to Tampa. That's a 20% chance of tropical development. But here's the key. Very slow development. It wouldn't happen until later this week, likely Thursday at the earliest. And the low pressure that's possible, it's just a potential low pressure at this point. So we're not really tracking a low right now or tropical low or anything like that. But what we are watching is a front in the Midwest bringing some stormy weather to Missouri. Once that front moves down in here into the deep south, it's going to get over that warm water. We could have some more spin and then that low pressure could form. So that's why right now still a low risk, but at the same time, look where that risk is, right over us here at home. So we'll keep a very close eye on this through the week. And regardless of development, it does look like our rainy season will really kick up even more as we head into late week and into the 4th of July weekend. Now, we look at that window of opportunity as we head through the next couple of weeks, and you can see we do have a trough of low pressure off the east coast of Florida. So the trough will add more uplift to the atmosphere. So one thing's for sure, we've got the weather impact alerts going much of the week, okay? The rest of this afternoon till 7 o'clock. Once again for our Monday. Monday, we could even see some morning showers and storms. So we'll have that weather impact alert in the morning and the afternoon. As we look at the Euro, my favorite model to look at, especially when we're watching the tropics, you can see, yeah, it looks about the same every day. Very active, although Tuesday and Wednesday, fewer storms for a couple days. And then really, as we head into the 4th of July, Thursday, 4th of July, starting to see that activity really increase across the area. But if you notice, yeah, trying to show some subtle hints of maybe an area of low pressure developing. So that's what we're going to be watching. And if that low pressure should form and develop over water, probably a higher chance of developing into a tropical system. Over land, less of a chance, and we'll go from there. So we'll take it day by day. Now, one thing's for sure, we said regardless of development, we've got that big trough I showed you on the Euro over the East Coast, so we're going to have a lot of lift in the atmosphere. So as we look at our excessive rainfall outlook, okay, so this is for water, for flooding. Really kind of the equivalent of our severe weather risk when we show you the moderate, the slight, the enhanced risk. This would be excessive rainfall outlook. You can see a 0 out of 5 scale here. And as we go through the week here, let's look at the day together. We've got Wednesday. Still thinking most of that flood threat would be toward North Florida with that front. But by Thursday and Friday, notice this is where it changes. Thursday's the day we got to really start to watch. We got yellows popping up now here on the west coast of Florida with the potential tropical development. That's a telltale sign there. So that's a level 2 out of 5 risk for the flooding. And that's what my main concern is right now. Based on all the latest information we've been watching as a weather team throughout the day, it's the heavy rain and the flood threat, okay? And sometimes, of course, you can get some increased severe weather. But when you see rainfall like this, yeah, we got to watch it carefully. You can see 3, 4, 5 inches or more of rain, especially for the west coast of Florida between now and next Saturday. All right, so a big rainmaker, and it's for all the travelers. This is for much of the Florida Peninsula. We're talking South Florida, Central, even up into North Florida with some of those heavy gully washers. Now, bringing it close to home, back to home, something unrelated to that possible tropical development is, yes, another afternoon of scattered showers and storms. So what our weather team has done is we've issued a weather impact alert. We've got a lot of folks in town having fun in that Tampa sun, but just keep in mind, we know how things can change in an instant, and that's what we're seeing right now. We've had 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts right now toward the areas of Citrus County up to Cedar Key with this line of showers and storms, and now it's making a move a little farther inland and southeast. So if you look along the I-75 corridor, watching places like Wesley Chapel, If you're in Dade City, you're going to see some very heavy rain here. Could see a quick ½ to an inch of rain. Dangerous lightning in the area as well. Not seeing any severe weather, so to speak, but enough weather that we've really got to take these storms seriously. So we've got lightning, we've got the downpours, and we're also watching the potential for a couple of these thunderstorms that could turn severe. Right now, we talked about winds of 40, 45 miles per hour as they move toward the coast. That would include areas along the McMullen-Booth Parkway. So beautiful Tarpon Springs, the Sponge Docks. That's a great place to be on a Sunday. We've got to make sure we watch that weather very carefully. Things are going to be changing. You see Marker 1 Marina there, seeing some of those downpours by 2:48, and then off to Clearwater and Safety Harbor between 3 and 3:15, and then eventually toward Tampa by 3:30. So it looks like the bulk of the heavier rain in the core part of our area would be between now and about 4:30 this afternoon before things start to settle down. And again, with these thunderstorms right now, no severe weather warnings, but we're watching it. National Weather Service Tampa's watching it for now. Winds close to 40, but once we get closer to that 55, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, a warning or two could still be issued. In fact, if you look at the clouds, looks at, Clearwater Beach, what a beautiful view. There's our beautiful water, all the folks on the beach there, but yeah, things are changing. All right, you got the ominous clouds, the cumulonimbus forming offshore, and they will be making a move onshore. So we'll get a little time lapse going here. Our weather team will, and then Colleen Campbell, of course, will be in tonight. We'll take a look at that time lapse as those storms move in. And again, I'm thinking downpours, quick ½ to 1 inch of rain, gusty winds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, and that dangerous lightning. Still can't rule out maybe a couple spots of street flooding in those lowland or flood prone areas, so we'll keep an eye on that. Right now we've got 89 degrees, dew point of 73. So despite all the clouds today, temperature's still up in the upper 80s, and that feels like temperature close to 100. So plenty of fuel for those thunderstorms. So that weather impact alert officially went into effect at noon for our friends up to the north of us. And now it's our turn, Tampa. That's right, Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas County. We're going to see things start to fill in as we head between now and 4 o'clock. And then if you're in Sarasota and Bradenton, okay, we've got these storms coming as we head between 4 and 6 o'clock. And then there it is. Throw the steaks on the grill, Tim Williams. I'm looking for some steak here. At 8 o'clock looks like the best cookout weather with temperatures near 80 degrees. As we look at our Futurecast, here we go. So this is just some of the model data we look at. Doing a pretty good job of really just reminding you of the timing. Okay, so we've seen most of the storms so far to the north of us in Tampa this afternoon. But as we go through the afternoon and evenings, you see it's moving to the south and southeast. We're still watching some inland storms for our Lake Wales area, Polk County, Highlands County. You'll see that by 6 o'clock. But really, the overall trend is things will calm down pretty quickly tonight by 7. So weather impact alert will be lifted tomorrow. Don't blink. Yeah, we could wake up with showers and thunderstorms, more golly washers, okay, just another term for a lot of rain in a short period of time. So we will have another weather impact alert for our Monday, and that does include Monday morning through the afternoon hours. So meteorologist Colleen Campbell, again, will be in here to fine-tune that as we go through the evening hours in the 11 o'clock show, and then I'll be right back with you first thing tomorrow morning. 7-day forecast, looking at the latest data, I don't think it's going to change much. You can see the high chances of rain, 70% Sunday, 80% on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a little downturn in the activity, but still, we're going to see some pop-up showers and storms. So for our 4th of July week, I know we have a lot of folks in town celebrating with family and friends, travelers. I think the best chance and the best time to travel this weekend into next week would be the earlier the better. So if you have travel plans, I think Tuesday, Wednesday would be the days to go. And then by Thursday, we got the big trough, okay? So we're going to see a big change in the weather by Thursday, Friday with increasing showers and thunderstorms. So my open window, Tuesday, Wednesday for the best travel. Notice how the rain chances start to go up. In fact, that's 60%. If we do fine-tune any of the forecasts tonight, I think you'll see that rain chance a bit higher as we head into maybe even late Wednesday into Thursday. As we look at the 7-day forecast, drum roll please. Okay, we are going to add some more to this. So we've got our weather impact alert until 7 o'clock. There's Monday. We know we could have showers and storms in the morning and in the afternoon. So we've got the summer camps going. Folks taking the kids to the park, the pool, the museums. Be extra careful on the roadways. It's going to be slick out there. This week, it does look like we are going to add weather impact alerts at least for Thursday into Friday. And then, yeah, that includes 4th of July. So we will keep you updated with the latest. I'm meteorologist Mike Pringley. Stay safe, and we'll continue with updates here on 10 Tampa Bay Plus.